Welcome back behind the velvet rope. Let's just get right into it today because we are joined by the one and only Amir Yaz.
Hello, hello.
What's going on? What is going on, my friend?
Well, I feel like Black Blake Lively. I was gonna call her Black. Blake Lively is just getting away with murder. Now she's at premieres and it seems like she just got away with it all. I don't know.
I want this story over. I hate it. I just don't like it. I'm like, it's the same stuff over and over. Although I guess you could say that about Bravo too.
Yeah.
What's happening to me? I don't like it. I want it gone. I think she is weird. The videos I find weird. I don't know. I just find her strange. Like this whole ish, like on the carpet, and like when she went to hug, like when like Anna Kendrick kind of pushed her away, and I don't know. I just find her. I mean, she can't be this close. And people are saying now that those people at their premiere that asked her for pictures were paid. That's what's going around. So I don't know. I don't know if there's just conspiracy theories or I'm just so bored of this fucking story.
You can't get away from it. I feel like everyone's made it their career just to follow Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. So I'm kind of
But
over it.
what is going to happen to these careers, as we say, when this story goes away? Like, say you did this for Amber Heard
Right.
and Johnny Depp. Like, it is over. Like, will you retain your audience, which you built when the subject matter is different? I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a real question. I really don't know.
I don't think so. Like someone like Candace Owens, I feel like she got a new audience. And
Hmm.
like for her, it's like a pivot because she'll go back to her old stuff, you know? But if you don't have anything to go back to, I don't know.
Right. Like Perez has leaned in. I mean, he has seen better days in a way before this.
Yes.
But maybe he'll just go back to that. I don't know. I really don't know.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. It's a good point though, because in a couple months, we're gonna get over this. I mean, it's like
Right? I mean, it's got to
I'm
be
already
over. I'm still loving Summer House.
yes. Yes.
It's good. I mean, West was just on Watch What Happens, or at least I just saw this episode where he says that listen, it's total clickbait. I never really said Lindsay because, I guess he did an interview and then the headlines were that basically West says like Lindsay's not going to be here next summer. Like she has a baby. Like, how is this going to work? And Lindsay is like, if you want to get into a media war with me, buckle up, which it is like the lion and the cobra fighting, the little fuzzy rabbit in the corner. And he has now been on Watch What Happens and is like, I never said those exact words. I just said, I love Lindsay and she's so amazing. And like, how is this going to work? Like, we're going to get a babysitter, but I never said I didn't want her on the show. And Lindsay was like, you better watch out because this is how I earn my money.
Mhm.
And you're basically now fucking with my livelihood and my family. And like, I'm not going to take this lightly. But he has since backtracked that. But the show itself is still great, right?
Always good. The thing with West is like, first of all, Lindsay brought him in, right? Lindsay said, I brought you into the show. I can take you out. Like, don't mess with me. And then also, West to me is like, yeah, he's like a fuzzy rabbit and he's kind of sweet, but I feel like he's a lot more calculated than people give him credit for, right? Everything's a little bit more, I'm not going to talk about like the girl, but then I'm going to tell you, yeah, we were on a couch and how many positions we did. Well, you just did tell us then. Then you did sleep with someone. So what are you doing?
He's like that. What is the word? I don't even know what type of housewife I would compare him to, but that like, oh, I'm so innocent. I mean, listen, a lot. I mean, I hate to say this, but a lot. This is what Dorit has said recently about our good friend Kathy Hilton. She says that Kathy Hilton is, quirky, and oh my God, did I interrupt the fashion show? I'm so sorry. And Dorit is like, I don't buy it.
I'm
I
not
mean, also Dorit, girl, be careful. I'm not going up against Kathy. Kathy, I'm not saying it. Don't look at me, girl.
Don't go against Kathy. You saw what happened with Erica. Her and Erica just moved on. Like Erica just was like, I'm not going to bring it up again. Because I think Kathy did say a lot of those things.
I
And
mean, Lisa Rinna, she's no longer there. She was taken out back. I
I
mean,
wouldn't mess with her. I wouldn't mess with her because Kathy has a lot of influence. And even Garcelle was kind of saying, like, I don't want to go to her party, so I'm going to say what I want to say. But I don't know. I think it's beyond parties. I feel like you could go show up to a restaurant and they're like, sorry, we don't have any tables for you.
Now, Jennifer Tilly says, "Oh, I find this whole narrative just ridiculous. That Kathy Hilton is like some, mafiosa in Hollywood, and you either bow down or you get taken out." So Jennifer Tilly, I mean, herself has more money than God, so maybe she's just oblivious to this about how it actually works. I mean, Jennifer Tilly and Dorit are not exactly in the same, circles in the 90210, if you know what I'm saying.
Definitely not.
So I don't
Her
know, but
wallet's a little bigger, right?
But Jennifer Tilly is like, I don't know, this narrative is insane. So I don't know. I guess TBD.
I don't know. I mean, when you see like Paris Hilton and Nikki Hilton and the way that they were raised, she obviously raised them with a bit of a iron fist. So you can see that. I mean, even when she was on Paris with Love, Kathy was taking over the wedding. She was in charge. I mean, she's pretty intense.
I think, it's got to be her way. I mean, that's part of the problem between her and Kyle that they've had in the past.
Exactly. Mhm.
So that just kind of is what it is. But that's good. I'm still loving Summer House. I'm not really loving Southern Charm anymore. There
Okay.
was this article also that I read that was sent to me that I found interesting that this article feels that producers, and it was in like a major publication, like Variety or one of those, that like how producers have ruined Southern Charm. And they say producers are too involved. Cast members that are new are too aware that this is a chance to be famous, and they are favoring certain cast members, like Madison LaCroix can do no wrong, and this one could do no wrong. And so now we have a slanted editing, and I don't know, do you believe this? And are you loving Southern Charm more than I am?
I'm not loving it. I don't mind it, but like I'm also like
I don't
seeing
mind it. I just think it's an off season.
it's an off season. You know why? Because like I kind of agree with that article because the producers are taking sides because they're not really letting JT talk. They're just having everyone attack him and then he's leaving and then they're not giving him a chance to talk his side of the story. So I'm like, okay, but then I thought Madison forgave him, but then she was still trashing him. I don't really understand what's happening. And then Sienna like on and on and on and like she's not into him. Like what else can we talk about?
I mean, for me, I think the problem with Southern Charm is like, I think the main crux of the story is over. Like Craig, Austin, Shep. For me, we all know how it's going to end up. You will be friends for life in some respect. And I mean, we know who Craig is. Changed from Paige, great, but we still know who he is. So it's like them, I feel like I know who they are. And the bottom line is, I don't care about Sienna. I don't care about Taylor. I don't care about Venita. I don't care about any of these new people.
Me
That's
neither.
my problem.
Me
So you
neither.
have like new people you don't care about, and then you have these OGs that we know everything about, and you compare it to Summer House. And to me, there's so much more gas left in this tank in Summer House.
100%. Or even Southern hospitality. Like
Hmm.
there's like a lot of actual drama. They're going back and forth, and now, what's her name? Emmy and Will went on to like Vile Files and now
Oh,
they've been
yes.
fired. There's so much drama even after the show is wrapped. Like that I feel like Southern Charm. I feel like Vanita's there because of her Amazon Live. Taylor's there so Shep doesn't win.